Thanks so much for your response to the first video in this Freedom Factor series on how to get clients first and put cash in the bank. Over 1,100 of you watched that video on YouTube. I was thrilled that I read every comment and I answered most of them. I've aggregated all the similar questions and will answer those in this video before we're done today. If you haven't had a chance to watch that video yet, video 1, you should do that now. There's a link below. Click on it, watch it, and then come back here for this one. Okay, I'm going to assume you did that, but just in case you didn't, and in case you have no intention of doing it, then here's a quick recap of what I shared in video 1. I shared how the world of business has changed in the last decade, I feel for the better. That this is the perfect time to grow your business and get more clients. That it doesn't matter what season of life or season of business you're in, and heck, for that matter, it hardly matters what business you're in at all. And here's why. Since my friend Michael Hyatt popularized the platform concept, many people like you and I set out to build online businesses. We did it by turning our passion, our wisdom, and our experience and knowledge into either a marketing platform for an existing business or, for many people, a whole new business altogether. Now, some had quick success, others have done just okay, and most, frankly, merely grind out a living and not the fame and fortune they dreamed of at first when they built their platform. I've talked with many people who thought that adding a platform to their existing professional practice, consulting business, their coaching service, their retail store, or whatever was going to be magic. They hoped it would do for them what traditional advertising had failed to do, which was to bring them a new client. They thought it would bring new clients and they thought it would bring more money. And based on the comments and feedback from video number 1, that has not worked out for most people. Maybe it helped a little. Maybe all it did was cost you money so far. And maybe now you might be wondering what to do. Should you keep after this online thing? Is marketing your practice or store online even realistic? Does it work? Is it over? Or can building a platform grow your success as a business owner, a speaker, an author, a coach, consultant, a retail store owner? The answer is, in all cases, yes. But the plain truth that everybody seems to forget is this: you need clients. Here's what I mean. All the questions that have come in have been about this one issue, really. They may be worded differently, but at the core, they're all asking the same thing. How do I start making more money from all of this? Just a couple of weekends before I recorded this video that you're watching right now, I did a workshop for 12 writers, each of whom paid me $5,000 to learn how to build $1 million writing practice like mine. Many of the questions that kept coming up from those writers in that room have also popped up in response to this first video that I just published. And they're questions like this. How do I pick a niche? What if I don't have a list? What if I don't have credentials or certification? That's a big one for a lot of people. What if nobody knows who I am? What if I don't know any famous people? What if I haven't finished my book? Don't I need a website? Don't I need a podcast? Don't I need a portfolio? Don't I need to start a blog? Don't I need to have a track record? Form my legal entity, get my logo made, get my business cards printed, etc., etc., etc. And in frustration at that workshop, I kind of popped my cork. And I said, no. You need to go get some clients first. And that's the same answer I have for you. All that other stuff doesn't matter. You don't need a website. You don't need a blog. You don't need a positioning statement. You don't need, in order to do business, an office. You don't need a book, a podcast, a portfolio, or fame. What you need is a client giving you a check. What you need is money. When you have that, some money, you can buy all that other stuff. Here's my epiphany from the workshop and from reading your responses, your emails, your private messages, and comments to video number 1. Every question that's been asked can be answered with this one answer. Get clients first before you do all that other stuff I just listed. Stop getting ready to start. All that stuff is getting in the way of you putting cash in the bank. Just like you pay yourself first to save for retirement, you take that first 10% out and live on the rest. Just like Mike Michalowicz teaches small business owners to take their profit first and run their business on the rest. Just like those two principles, it's the same thing. Pay yourself first. I'm telling you to get clients first, so you have the money to run your business and to run your life. Get clients first. You're one good client away from hitting your income goal for the year. You're maybe 3 good clients away from affluence, being able to buy what you want, and perhaps 5 good clients away from total financial freedom. Proof? Case study number 1. My friend named, we'll call him Chris. He lives in Spokane. He teaches people to invest online. He has 1 employee. He makes $200,000 per month because he has clients. Case study number 2, Mike Kim. Came to me, still working a corporate job, wanted out. We worked on getting his copywriting skills up to par. We worked on getting him some products created, turning his wisdom and knowledge into information products, and getting clients. Now, he's left his corporate job. He commands top dollar for projects. He makes a comfortable 6-figure income, and he's a rising superstar. Case study 3, we'll call her Linda. When I first met her, her life was in total chaos. She'd just gotten a nasty divorce, and her business partner had just ripped her off and run off with the money, and she was left holding the bag, and she was really in a desperate place. And for the first time in her career, she's earning over $1 million per year. And then there's me. I'm my own case study, writer, home-based, high school educated, no credentials, $1.2 million last year, $1.4 million so far this year, 2 full-time employees other than me, my wife, and my son. Now, what will your case study be like? I don't know. It's totally up to you. These results that I just shared are not typical. They're unusual. They're weird. Now, I've seen normal, and normal is broke, in debt, and struggling. I'd rather be weird, wouldn't you? Before I get to the tactical stuff like how do you get paid, what do you charge, what pencil do you use, how do you get clients, first we need to cover some principles. It's imperative, I think, that I share with you 3 prosperity principles for entrepreneurs, all entrepreneurs. Prosperity principle number 1, you must discover yourself. Many entrepreneurs have a fantasy. They think they'll labor intensely in private for years, do great work, invent something cool, and some influential investor or some other angel will discover them, and they'll be catapulted to fame and fortune. It's a nice dream, but it's a fantasy. It doesn't happen that way. It's more likely that you'll be struck by lightning on the same day you win the Powerball than you will be discovered in that way. You must discover yourself. You must choose yourself and give yourself permission to prosper. You have to identify what makes you different. What special sauce do you add to this business, whatever business you think you're in? We'll come back to that. What do you add that makes you distinctly different in the market? In what way are you a unique, unduplicable individual? And we spend 3 full days answering this very question definitively in our Dreamstorm workshops using our core thesis process. Obviously, we can't go through all that in this video, but I tell you that just to illustrate the point. If you don't already know what your special genius is, you need to figure that out. Spend some time on this. Prosperity principle number 2, you must promote yourself. Sorry, I know some of you don't like this. To succeed, you have to realize you're not actually in the coaching business or in the legal business or in the real estate or the retail business or the construction business or whatever business you think you're in. You're actually in the business of you incorporated. It's your unique personality that will make your mark in the world, shapes how the marketplace sees you and how they do business with you. And this can make you an irresistible character to whom people are attracted like a magnet as their chosen and trusted authority in whatever area of business you operate in. Instead of promoting your highly developed craft at whatever you do, you have to be in the business of you, of promoting you. You can't rely on word of mouth, on critical acclaim, on advertising. You have to intentionally craft the way potential clients perceive you. And that leads to prosperity principle number 3. You must get over yourself. Look, you might be disappointed to learn that your dream of being a purely creative being whose hands are never sullied by crass commercialism or marketing, that's a mere fantasy. This may be hard for you to swallow, but you need to get over yourself in this regard. So let me get the disappointing stuff out of the way right up front. This approach is going to require you readjusting what you think of as craft. Whatever profession you're in, the principles remain the same. So let's take mine, for instance. Mine is writing. The kind of writing I do is very specific. It's direct response copy, copy that sells. I find the craft of writing sales copy to be endlessly fascinating and fun, by the way. A lot of writers don't, but I do. And while you may not choose to write sales copy if you're a writer, it's arguably the most lucrative kind of writing available to the average writer. But whatever you do, whatever business you're in, you may still need to adjust exactly what you do in that area to fit what people are really buying and paying top dollar for. Now that right there was $1 million insight. Let those who have ears hear. Now, my approach to getting clients is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This whole system has taken me a few years to figure out and build it up, and I'm passing on to you some hard-won lessons in the previous video and this one. These lessons, I believe, can shorten your learning curve. You can go faster than I did, but it's still not instant. You can get instant income, but not instant riches. And I'm constantly learning new things and innovating, so you want to do the same. In my experience, $1 million business means you're selling more than just your main thing. You will probably find it necessary to offer products and services that are not strictly the main thing you do, but which you would not be able to sell without your foundational work in your main thing, in your zone of genius, in my case, in writing. This whole endeavor requires me to use a 4-letter word now. It'll shock and offend some of you, but I feel like the use of this 4-letter word is required to communicate the force of my argument. The 4-letter word is W-O-R-K. Work! You gotta work to make this work. Now this is a look behind the curtain, and you may or may not like what you see. Then again, you may, like me, find it encouraging to know there's a proven path to prosperity online. You don't need outside investors or startup capital or a fat contract from a big publisher to pull this off. You can simply decide and then go do it. Here's one of my favorite quotes from Jim Rohn. The miracle of the seed in the soil is not available by affirmation. It is only available by labor. The greatest form of maturity is at harvest time. That is when we must learn to reap without complaint if the amounts are small, and to reap without apology if the amounts are big. You must either get good at sowing in the spring or begging in the fall. The soil says, don't bring me your need, bring me your seed. Now, I've received a lot of very specific questions about exactly how to do all this client getting stuff. So I've decided to do an epic live 2-hour masterclass on just that, how to get clients first, before all that other stuff. Now, have you ever heard anybody tell the first 5 years story about business, how most businesses don't make any profit for the first 5 years? I think that's I think it's a crock. And I bet you do too. This masterclass is the way around that. If you'd like to skip those first 5 years and just start making more money now, then this masterclass is for you. The masterclass is free. There's no charge, but you do have to register. We only have 1,000 spots available, and they will fill up because they always do. So you should go to getclientsfirst.com and register right now. The Get Clients First Masterclass is Friday, October 13, Lucky Friday, 2017 at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And yes, there will be a recording and a replay. But if you attend live, you get 2 free gifts you don't get if you only watch the replay. So you should show up for the live class. It's worth it. Go to getclientsfirst.com and register your seat now. Now, on this masterclass, here are some of the things you're going to discover. You're going to find out why getting clients is the easiest thing to do first, and how it helps you escape the monster that will eat your business and your life if you let it. You'll discover why getting clients first is best for your clients and for you too. How to build your business on a strong spiritual foundation for supernatural success. What to do if nobody knows who you are. The magic sentence you can use that explains to other people what you do so they want to hire you. What to do if you don't have a product, a niche, or a list. I'll give you the magic email you can send that will get your phone ringing with new clients ready to pay you. You'll get the answer to the questions which you may have asked, why would anybody listen to me? Why would anybody pay me? What if I don't have a track record? What if I have no credentials? I'll give you the magic question that results in clients begging you to please take their money. Plus, I'll show you my clients first, what I call perpetual profit machine. Now, as I said before, this is a free class, but you have to register because we only have 1,000 spots and they will fill up. And once they fill up, you can't get into the class. So you should go to getclientsfirst.com and register your seat right now. It's this Friday, October 13, Lucky Friday, 2017 at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And just a reminder, we will record it, we will give you a replay, but you get free stuff if you show up live. So show up live. It's worth being there live. I found my most successful students usually are on the live class. So go to getclientsfirst.com and register your seat now. And until then, may you have good health, long life, and prosperity. Peace to you, peace to your house. God bless.